This is one of the most anticipated fixtures in the footballing calendar. Man United versus Arsenal, and it takes place at Old Trafford on Thursday in the 8:15 kickoff. And as it stands, we are 5 points behind Arsenal. So if we beat them, it's a 2-point gap. If they beat us, it's an 8-point gap. So it's fairly vital that we go and win that game. And before we kick off, we could be languishing in 11th, 12th place if results go against us. There's been so many epic battles over the years, hasn't there, between us and Arsenal. Notably, when Ruud van Nistelrooy missed a penalty kick, it was attacked by a gargoyle. And I'm not talking about the cartoon gargoyles, by the way. I'm talking about Martin Keown, that reptile. I hate that guy with a passion. Disgraceful human being. And also, before the Premier League was created, the battle at Old Trafford. Also, Pizzagate, famously. And probably the best of the lot, and the most high profile, the dispute in the tunnel between Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira. We beat Arsenal in the tunnel, and we also beat them on the pitch. Because in the olden days, we used to beat the opposition in the tunnel, beaten before the two teams come out. And we beat them 4-2 in their own backyard. I remember John O'Shea scoring an exotic chip. The next season, it was a ball draw, 0-0. Before we go balls deep into that preview, little snippet there for you. I want to talk about the appointment, because I haven't had my say on it yet, officially, of Ralf Rangnick. 6-month contract, and he's going to go upstairs in the boardroom for a further 2 years. And we could have just put ourselves back in the race after that. If we get this appointment right, if he is the man to take us forward to where we perceive we should be, then there's going to be a load of smile on faces. You know, I don't know much about this guy. He's an anomaly to me. But what I would look at what he's is like, he seems to me he rules with an iron fist. He doesn't suffer fools gladly. He ruffles a few feathers. It's his way or the highway. And if you don't listen to him, he'll cast you aside like Super Ted, like a piece of rubbish. He doesn't care about reputation. If he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. And that is going to worry some of the top Reds. Because if you're a Porky Pig fanboy, I would worry if I were you. They'll probably wake up in cold sweats thinking, oh, is Shaw going to play? Is he not going to play? Hopefully Ralf Rangnick comes to my way of thinking and plays the players I rate and doesn't play the players that I hate. Because there's a few in the squad that I can't stand for obvious reasons. Because I've well documented in the ones, because I've said it so many times on these videos. So it's a good appointment. I know it's a little bit scepticism because Carrick may stay on, but I don't think he would have taken the job if he didn't have full control, because he wants that and he needs that, and he's done that before as well. He was going to go to Chelsea, but he wanted control, and you don't get control at Chelsea, really. So it's a good appointment, but we don't know. Look, people are speculating at the moment. We don't know whether he rates players and who he does rate, who he doesn't rate. It's like when a producer comes into Coronation Street, for example. The producer previously will put characters in the forefront that they like. But the new producer comes in and they go, I'm not keen on that character. And there's other characters that didn't get the chance under the previous producer, but the new producer then, you get what I mean by this. Think, oh, I can use this person. This person needs to be in the forefront of the show. Viewers need to see more about this person, that sort of thing. So we don't know yet. It's a mystery so far. So yeah, I'm glad about the appointment. Should be good. On paper, that is. Not my first choice. I was hoping we would get the former Barcelona manager, but c'est la vie, as Bewitched once said. Not to be. Although Conte was my first choice as well, as everybody knows. I bet Conte's regretting now taking the Spurs job. If you just hung on for a little bit longer, a couple of weeks at least, then maybe you would have got the job. I bet he's regretting it now. And so you should. You missed the boat there. So the team I'm going to pick against Arsenal. De Gea in goal. I'm forced to pick Wan-Bissaka because Dalot has not got much game time, so he's not going to be there. Left back Telles. I've been fairly impressed with Telles. He's the best left back we've got, and he would scare a lot of opposition because they don't really know what he's about. And the more games you get, the more better you become. You can't come in 1-2 games. You've got to be on a consistent basis. Now, Porky Pig for me should be playing in the dead rubber games. He should be playing against the Swiss team next month, and he's playing in the FA Cup games. Telles should be a Premier League, Champions League left back. And that's all there is to it. Centre-back partnership by Lindelof. I thought they were solid as a rock. Chelsea really didn't cause us too much problems. A few times when Bai looked like he was going to lose track of his opponent, he came out of nowhere and he won the ball back and he delivered the performance. He did very well. Lindelof started the game a little shaky, but then came into his own towards the end of it. So that's important to get those back four sorted. Midfield two of McTominay and Fred. McTominay was the man of the match against Chelsea. And there's so many footballing snobs. Saw it with Fellaini, didn't we? In the fan base. It's funny, isn't it, doing Nigel Farage there? How certain people go, oh, because he's British to get criticism. Oh yeah, the same people that used to abuse Fellaini on a regular basis. Yeah, because Fellaini was Belgian, wasn't he? I mean, he wasn't English, was he? You hypocrite. Top Reds and all that. I can't stand top Reds. They irk me. I can't stand them. They're the reason why we haven't won the league title, by the way, in the last 8 to 9 years. So, McTominay Fred. Ronaldo's got to come back to the team. I don't know why he was dropped. That was a strange decision, but a decision that was made. He went straight down the tunnel, just like he did against Everton. So he wasn't happy on both occasions in the end of the whistle. And Bruno Fernandes probably will start, I suppose. Rashford, Sancho again, scored the goal, did very well. I think he's a Chelsea fan though, so I bet he's happy to score that goal. Although, if I was being a little bit nitty-picky, I would say it was an easy goal to get, really. And I could also question Mendy. I don't know why Mendy just stood there, stumped. I'm surprised he didn't come forward. He made great saves against Liverpool a couple of months ago, so I'm surprised he let Sancho score that. Bizarre. So yeah, that's the team I'm going to pick. And I'm going to go for a Man United 1-0 victory. Now, I've watched Arsenal on numerous occasions. Arteta has got them going. They've bought some good players. Ramsdale has been a revelation. He cost a snip at £25 million. They look watertight. People tend to forget this is only Mikel Arteta's second full season as a manager. People forget about these things. He won the FA Cup. He won more trophies in England than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did. That tells you all you need to know. And Ole could never beat Arteta. Arteta had his number and Arteta had the Indian sign over him. Couldn't beat him in a month of Sundays. And Ole's been a manager by 10 years, by the way. People don't even mention that. Arteta has only been a manager for a couple of years. You know what I mean? So get with the programme. Get your facts right. And stop blindly and deludedly, being the shepherd and herding your sheep. Every time top Reds come out with their toxic, uneducated, terrible, shocking views, people seem to latch onto it. It really irks me. You know what I mean? They really do. So Arsenal done well. So yeah, I think we're going to win 1-0. But it'll be tough. Ramsdale's a difficult goal to go past. Let's see what happens on Thursday night.